What's good, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys some NFL Week 3 action over here on Prize Picks. Coming off a 2-0 day on the Thursday night video, we're ready to bring you guys some more player props. Me and Reoz both have 2 picks each. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. NFL season is in full swing now. NBA season is right around the corner as well. Pretty soon you're going to be getting 2 videos a day when NBA comes around, or 2 videos on the days where we have Monday night games and Thursday night games. So a lot of content to come around. Make sure you hit that bell notification. We're on the road to 5,000 subs. If we can get there before NBA season, that'd be amazing. Smash that like button, drop a comment down below as well. It's my birthday. I'm ready to bring you guys some winning picks. I'm really excited. September 24th. My Steelers play Sunday night. We play against the Raiders. Hopefully I can get a W there. Bring you guys some W picks, win some money. We do have a Patreon as well. Patreon's been doing really well. $15 a month, and Riaz will tell you about that.
Amazing value over on the Patreon. Like Dal said, $15 a month. A lot of people in the DFS world, in the props world, only has one guy, but here at Upstate Bets, we have two. Amazing value. We're bringing you 4 to 8 picks every single slate. Not only can you use them on Prize Picks, but Prize Picks does an amazing line with the lines where they're basically the same on all the major sports books and other prop sites. So if this is your first time watching it, definitely check out the Patreon. It's going to be linked in the description below. $15 a month, like Dale said. And not only that, when NBA comes, we give picks Monday through Sunday. So amazing value. Check it out.
Yeah, and let's dive right into the picks, man. Really full day of games. It's going to be a really good slate. I got someone in the rush yards I'm going to go to, and I'm going to go with Justin Fields in the 4 o'clock window. I like his projection here. I think he's going to go more. I really like him at 58.5. Going against this Kansas City Chiefs defense, I know they bring Chris Jones back. However, he's going to be running for his life. That's the narrative I got here. I think that outlier game against Tampa Bay, exactly what I said. It's an outlier. The press conference that he had was a little weird. He comes out, he blames his coaches, then he kind of takes ownership and says it was himself and the reason he's playing bad. Not a lot of expectations for him as a passer. We know what he can do on the ground, but I've heard a lot of things over the offseason. I heard Chicago's going to win the division. Chicago is going to make the playoffs. Chicago is going to be the worst team. Fields is like a dark horse MVP. We've heard of all this offseason. It's time for Fields to prove something here. I know they're double-digit dogs going into Arrowhead. It's never going to be easy, but any given Sunday is what they say, and I think Fields can get a little bit done on the ground here. It's just a gut pick here. That's what I'm going with. I'm going to take the more on Fields.
I like that. It's definitely a really good line, and I'm glad you brought up the press conference, Chandler Jones, because it's going to play in effect whenever somebody goes out and says the coaches aren't designing plays to make you look good. We should see the coaches design up a lot of runs that they did last season and make Fields as good as he was in the last couple of weeks in the season. So definitely like that. I'm gonna go in rushing yards, but the combo with uh, Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, their line sitting at 116 and a half. I'm going to take the more. We've seen through 2 weeks that the Falcons are relying on the running game. They really don't want Ritter to throw the ball that much. Obviously, Kyle Pitts is not loving that. Drake London is not loving it, but these two guys are loving it. Week 1, it was all Algier. Week 2, Bijan Robinson hit this projection on his own, and we might have a banged up Lions team. We see David Montgomery being out. Jameer Gibbs should be the guy, and then Peoples Jones or
C.J. Gardner.
C.J. Gardner being out, and then the wide receiver there. I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. Is dealing with turf toe, so Jared Goff might be without some two really key guys. And through 2 weeks, they're 2-0 in this prop. They're going to continue to rely on the run. The defense for this Falcons team has looked amazing. So I can't believe they're 2-0 as a team, but I can believe they're 2-0 in this rushing prop. 100% usage out of the both of them combined is taking over the backfield. Love this play, taking the more.
Yeah, it's no secret what they're doing out there either. They want to run the ball. They bring in Bijan when Tyler Algier had a really good year. However, it's shocking to me what team is going to play, against their strengths. Is it going to be Atlanta still sticking to the run, or is it going to be, the Detroit Lions wanted to still stick to the pass. So, like, they're two different teams, and they're playing against each other's strengths here. So I'm curious to see how this game plays out, whether it's a high scoring game or a low scoring game. I don't expect Atlanta to go out there and score a ton of points so far this season. They did have a nice comeback win, but maybe it's a Ritter thing for me. But at least I know the main consistency thing for that team is the running game, and I think that line at 116.5 is just way too low. So I really like that prop as well, Reoz. I'm going to go to someone in receiving yards. I'm going to take Amari Cooper here at 58.5. I like the more on him. We see 90 yards against Pittsburgh. And he played really well. We know Amari Cooper is one of those guys who is among the elite. I know he's getting a little older. He's 29 now. But, in his heyday, I'm not going to say he's washed yet, but in his heyday, he really was one of the best route runners, if not the best route runner in the league in his time with Dallas and his time with Oakland. He's a really good player, and I know that Deshaun Watson is looking his way because when they were backed up in their own territory, he was throwing one-on-one balls to him when they felt the heat from the Pittsburgh defense. So I know Watson, we don't know what to expect out of him so far this season. I know people have written him off. I know people still believe in him. I'm kind of on the fence. However, I think Cooper is going to be a steady constant for this team as the year goes on, as long as he can stay healthy. He's seen 17 targets so far this season. A decent game against Cincinnati. No one really played particularly well in that game, of course, but 90 yards against Pittsburgh is nice to see. If he can stay healthy, this Tennessee secondary is a game where Deshaun Watson can definitely get right. They're a bad secondary. We saw Keenan Allen torch them. Chris Olave had a good game against them as well in week 1. So really like Cooper here. Chubb's out. They're going to need to throw the ball. So give me Cooper.
This is great, and you summed it up perfectly. The one thing we know from last year is the Tennessee Titans stop the run, can't guard the pass. Their secondary is awful. No Nick Chubb. This is an awful game to be the backup in Jerome Ford. So they're going to rely on the passing game. This is definitely a game where if Deshaun Watson really does play bad, you kind of write him off. But regardless, even if he is playing bad, Amari Cooper is an amazing talent who he's always looking for. And even in a game where he wasn't even supposed to play Monday night, goes out and has 90 yards receiving. So definitely love that prop. And I'm going to end it here on receiving yards with the first guy on the board in Mark Andrews. His projection is sitting at 52 and a half. I'm going to go with the more here. This is definitely a prop I want to take advantage of until it skyrockets. We saw all last year his projection was around 60, 65, 70. Now it's probably at the lowest it's been in a couple of years at 52 and a half against a Colts defense that is really not that great. They're a pretty average defense, especially in the secondary, and him being out week 1, not really being a full go in week 2, now having a full practice and feeling the connection with Lamar is definitely somebody I want at a really low line, especially with OBJ dealing with an injury, Bateman dealing with an injury, Zay Flowers really just being the guy going downfield. So I think he's going to get a ton of targets, a ton of catches, and at a really low projection like this, it's kind of hard to fade. So give me Mark Andrews more than 52 and a half receiving yards.
Yeah, as much as I hate the Ravens to be thriving and Lamar Jackson to keep progressing and getting better, I think Zay Flowers has opened up a lot for this offense. I think he's like in contention for the offensive rookie of the year. I know it's so early, but I think down the stretch, if he stays healthy, he really will be in that discussion. And I think Mark Andrews, it helps him out a ton bringing in a guy like that to help stretch the field, make things easier on Mark Andrews. Lamar Jackson, that's what they want to do. They want to throw the ball this year. It's going to be exciting to see Indy go out there against them. It will be a good get right spot to really see what that offense is all about. So really like all the picks here. We're taking 4 mores, whether you like it or not. I really like these picks. I believe in these ones. Me and Reoz, we've been cooking them up, coming off a 2-0 day, feeling really good. Like I said, drop a comment down below on what picks you like. Please drop a like on the video. Hit that subscribe button as well. Bell notifications. Ton of videos coming out. Patreon's $15 a month. Looking for some new members over there. Highly appreciated. Use the promo code UPSTATE as well if you're new to Prize Picks. Let's win some money Sunday. Peace out.